All day, every day. Stephen Musket, Recoil, Rhea Prey, Muddy Funster. I'm gonna be at that Monument booth. We locked that in tonight. Adepticon. I like how these cropped miniature paint jobs that we have on this page. At this point, some of these pictures are 10 years old. That's how lazy I am to do a high level crop job on photography. I did all these like in a year and I was like, eh. We painted like a billion more models and better than this. But when I look at these models, I get the nostalgia, right, from the old days. Easy peasy. You know what? Fuck this thing. Easy peasy. Recoil. Yeah, I'm gonna do the demo. I'm booked for 2 days, or two 1 hour time slots. Like this guy. This is an old. I mean, bro. That's literally when that Primaris model is brand new, and we just decided to do like a pre-heresy Death Guard for some reason. With like an alternate head swap. It's meaningless. Like it has no significance. That guy, that was fun. I mean, I gotta do another round of these at some point. But this was like all significant early content. Easy peasy, yeah, should be. Yeah, they don't even make that guy anymore. Yeah, the fucking Decimator. We pray. That was that hot tech. Early 8th. Made 4. Mortal wound cannons. 4-year-old jank. It was so OP, bro. It was so OP. Reappraise. Oh, sorry, recoil. I always thought that was one picture. You telling me each one is its own source? Yeah, each one is its own layer. I can move them around however I want. We can mix it up. That's how OBS. That's why OBS is so significant as a tool. It's just like Photoshop, layers and shit. So so my system is managing a pretty hefty load on managing all these layers and everything, right? But the whole point of the software is it's just flattening what you see into just a little H.264 compression. So it's not like I'm transmitting you all these layers. You're just seeing the flattened image. So it's like just exporting a JPEG every fucking 24 times a second, 30 times a second. Basically. The second, like, I sat down and, like, started, like, doing stuff in OBS, I was like, oh, I know how this works. It's Photoshop. Bro, all these are assets. Everything you see on this screen is just random assets I have. Dozens of layers. Bro, like my like the folder that has like our ads in it with our commands. The folder's like that's a 10-year-old folder. It's never changed. Your first stream replay was a Redemptor Dread? Oh, like Alpha Legion? Redemptor? No, you mean like a Contemptor. Recoil, you want to rummage through these files one day? There's a lot. terabytes. Easy peasy. I'm still in order. I won't know if I'm going to the week of Adepticon. I hope you can go, man. I don't think I did a Leviathan, though. You talking about maybe one of those Pop Goes the Monkey ones? Was it Alpha Legion? Like, what was the color scheme? We've done a couple of Alpha Legion contemptors. We had Space Wolf, like Pop Goes the Monkey joint. The 3D printing got huge. 3D, like, I had a drawer full of shit like that. Now it's not really cost effective to print and sell. Easy peasy. I always need volunteers, man. Be a prey. Understood. You just saw me deploy a Hobo shield and we're like, I'm sold. Recoil, I accidentally deleted my rap track. You have to send me it again. When I was clearing out my download folder. That's right, Reapray. This man knows tech I need to learn.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog. Danny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days. We're coming live from that Beats Lab, an undisclosed location in North America's nutsack. Bruh. So yeah, I had a nice little conversation with Dan Osborne last night, because he's the scheduling guy for the booth. Which is ridiculous. Like, the Monument booth is like, it's like the same kind of format, bigger and more baller than like anything Mantic's ever done. It's the most impressive thing I've ever seen. He showed me some pictures. And they have a full, like, you know, anytime they show me something and they don't tell me I can't talk about it, I'm going to talk about it. So most of my sponsors know to make me sign NDAs if they don't want me to talk about something. So I deliberately didn't ask if I could talk about it. Let's see if I can pop this up. Yeah, I got sent a download, and it was in our big group DM chat on Instagram. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say tight, download this joint. It's being built right now. Bro, I never seen a booth like this. Like, look, I mean, just look at this. Yeah, huge, Mateo. and like all this staging area for painters to come in and people to watch and interact. I mean, just look at this. Look at the girth. Are my alerts up to date? Is anyone resubbed or anything? Gravity, right? It's crazy. It's crazy, right? I don't know if they published their schedule anywhere. But I'm gonna snipe this. Throw this up in the Discord. Because you know how I get. That's my man Recoil. Yeah, that top sign is crazy, right, Mateo? So I took a screen grab of this too. That's like the scheduling blocks. So I don't know if they have this published anywhere or he talks about it on his page. But I took Jordan's spot at 1:15 on Thursday. And he slotted me in on Saturday at 3 to do a Q&A stuff, to do feedback. So I just tossed that up in Discord. Because there's lots of painters. Like, people better than me. I don't think we're gonna even have airbrushes. So it's just like, so I'm kind of like picking a topic, and I'm doing army painting as a topic. I'll do what I can. Honestly, I might just pull my 2,000 point army out and be like, yo, look at this. Because a lot of the painters that are there are like Golden Demon painters. You know? And they don't have, I doubt that they have 2,000 point armies. So that's kind of my focus, right? Is like the techniques are gameplay first. Like, I wouldn't paint a mini if there wasn't a game. There's nothing about painting miniatures that is exciting to me without the overlay of there being a game. It's the fact that there is a game that makes it vastly interesting to me. Gravity's a theory. He says people are different than you. Better is subjective. Yeah, I mean, better is subjective, I think, to like a certain bracket, you know. But like, dudes with like 4 Golden Demon wins might be credentialed enough to bypass subjectivity into objectivity. Darth Jameson says, "What's up, Kenny? I have a strange whip tonight. Got in my beat slab. Made it huge. What? That's exciting, bro. Yeah, easy peasy. Exactly. We'll talk about like attainability, sustainability, shortcuts. You know, cheat codes. And I might show him some tech, right? Like I think I'm just gonna bring like 2 Blitz and just like smash, like fake airbrush them for them with some of my gangster tech with like the dry brushes. Templar in the house. What's up, brother? We just showed off Monument's booth. Like I got this. I'm in there like big chat, and he posted this, and I was like, I didn't even bother asking if I showed the people. I just took it. But like they're out there at the convention center. The booth is ridiculous, guys. Set up for like painters and Q&As and feedbacks and sales beyond belief. This booth is like top tier. I've never seen anything like it. Player J, what's up, brother? Dark Jameson, you're gonna have a bar, an 80-inch TV, and a handmade painting desk? Bro, it could get better. I thought you wrote an 80s TV. Now I want you to put an old tube TV in that joint. And I want it to be an 80s bar. You heard that? Dark Jameson. They're too heavy from all that, bro. Remember how heavy those things were? Easy peasy. Don't forget the VHS player. Bro, for some reason, when I lived in Colorado, I started collecting TVs, like tube TVs. For some reason, I don't know how it started, but like since I had a small pickup, everyone always wanted me to help move stuff or take stuff to the dump. And I just ended up with like a couple of TVs that were like they didn't work anymore, right? Like tube TVs. And then before you know it, I was like the guy. And I had an entire bed. My entire truck bed was completely full of old tube TVs. Over the course of like 2 summers. They just started collecting. And like I said, I don't know how it happened. I can kind of clearly remember like getting one from someone, and then someone at work was like, oh, you take that to dump for me? And then 2, then 3. It was like 12 by the time it was done. Jack Close painting my man White Turk in chat. Templar in chat says, yeah, but do you have a door you can shut both literally and metaphorically to your family? Mateo, could you imagine old ladies' TVs still hook up the modern equipment? I can. And so, you know what I did with these TVs one time? And my buddy John Munfield was like, yo, we're gonna go camping out Ontario Reservoir. We're gonna bring these TVs. He's like, why? He's like, we're gonna shoot them. And in Colorado, you can discharge a firearm anywhere like some amount of 100 yards off a main highway. So you can just do whatever you want. We took where we go camp, there was like a backstop somebody had built years ago for shooting. Like it was like kind of like a hill, and then they dug, and someone took a backhoe or something and dug like a downward ramp into an upward hill, right? So it was like it's hella sick, and everyone went out there to shoot when they were out there. You see like millions of broken beer bottles and like everything, dude. In this like backstop pit that people made. I rolled up with the old truck, backed it in. We stacked up like 12 TVs in like a pyramid, dog. Jameson, my birthday is next week, and my buddy got me a Super Nintendo and Super Street Fighter. I wonder what cord I need to plug that into the new TV. I mean, I know I watch a lot of content. They sell converters. If there isn't RCA access on your TV, they sell converters. Or like just go to like a boomer's house. They'll have something in a drawer. And so we stacked these 12 TVs up, and we just blast them to pieces, dog. And the funny thing about these TVs is I think all their transformers are still holding a charge because the bitches were sparking and catching on fire. These TVs had been turned off, sitting in my driveway for like a solid entire winter. They had snow on them for like a winter. I mean, it was crazy. Capacitor. Is that what it is? The old capacitors. Mateo, as a youngster, he went to back alleys looking for old TVs to drop off of bridges. Ah, good old days. Stephen Musket, the capacitor. Yeah, because they were sparking and igniting. It was dope. Does anyone know what Rottweiler's least favorite Chaos Legion is? Rott's least favorite is Emperor's Children. Nice. Well, all that to say is I hope Dark Jameson considers my ask. You already got a Super Nintendo. Go on eBay, track down an old Tube TV. My wife is going to this local pub that we like called Gators Dockside with her two co-workers. So, smooth sailing. Templar, how much would a Gilliman size model for commission be? A related question. Like a baller ass Gilliman just to put on the ruinous base of like Fulgrim. Replay. Oh yeah, certain games. So, like I mean, I've been to fighting game tournaments where that was still the tech. Exclamation point winter gear. You guys know. It's March, so we're streaming. So this Friday is the Friday the 13th. Is our last stream before spring break. Because I'm gone on the 16th through 20th next week. I'll be at my parents' house doing some spring break action with my family. And then we'll be back on Tuesday, the following Tuesday. And then immediately we fly to Milwaukee. So, and then the very last stream will be the last day of the month. So we're missing 2 days this month. 3 days this month. And the final stream, I'm going to give away Long War Dice to the Top D Grand Prix. Jameson spring break in Florida seems kind of redundant. Gravity. The old 33-inch Sony Trinitron. Made movers cringe. Bitch is so heavy, dude. So you got to get into the final four to get those dice. And if you want these new shirts, you guys know the deal. You guys see the recent content on Instagram? I'm going through the edge lords and tidying things up, repairing battle damage and nicks. Went through all the possessed and the cultists. Just some classic tournament prep. What are removalists? Recoil. Posted this up on the gram. Oh, dudes you hire to move your shit. Ah, movers. Removalists. Love it. So I made this post on the gram. I took some pictures over the weekend. The 3 new units for the edgelords. Time to get hype. 11th edition around the corner. Time to do speculations. Here's these are the same cultists I've been toting around for 10 years. 20 of them, to be precise. Got them from One More Name, one of our viewers from back in the day. And they were just like base coated. And I've like sort of painted over his base coating and tweaked them for almost a decade. It's some of like the belt buckles and like pants. There's like all sorts of like metals. Like they're all just his original paint job, still in it. And I just like, glaze over and do a couple pieces of tech to get the cultists looking the way I want. The skin and shit. Easy peasy. Do I cover photos of my course? I can. I mean, yeah. In my 301, I talk a lot about stuff like that. I'm not like the best picture taker. I don't have a good camera. I just control my lighting the best I can and let it ride. A lot of the really good pictures you see online they're using $600 cameras. And I pulled out the old Possessed. And we painted all here on Twitch. Went through, found some nicks, found some chips. And gave him a once over. Those 10 guys, that was a lot of painting. We painted the first 5 and then took like a 6-month break. You guys remember that? It's hard when you have video game addiction. Okay. Enough shit talking. Everyone's here. Yo Dog Bot's back. Let's lock into the cradle. It's time to start figuring out some placement on this mini. Lock it into the cradle. I think we need to really lock in and start separating some of these spikes. They all can't be orange. Templar, your Titus helmet just showed up. You fucking savage. What are you gonna do with it? So we need to figure out. So we have a orange black. Before I get, too far into it, we got to figure out. So I like some of these being black erupting from the armor. I don't think they can all be black, though. I think we need to have some traditional color on some of these. So, or do we? Do we just keep them black? Templar, you gotta put it in whip. Maybe we do just keep them black. Because I'm thinking, like, I can't keep... I can't... Well, his head's gonna have some bone. Man, it's hard to say. We do need a third color somewhere, but don't forget about this. This is what I keep forgetting about, Recoil. This thing is as big as him. And it sits right on top. So this is obviously going to be a third color on its own, right? So maybe I'm overthinking all this, right? It's my man DLB. There he is. Okay, so I think that I'm chronically overthinking spike color when this massive energy ball is going to obscure a lot of that with a third color. What's going on with my lady's phone? She's back at the chiropractor? Oh, she left. Okay, good. On our way to dinner. DLB. Oh no. Oh no. Black and blue. I got so much blue on my hand just now. We're trying to figure out spike color DLB. Recoil says, do you paint the ball, then see where to go? No, the ball's either going to be Vortex green or like a turquoise, bluish. Probably green. So this is, so we cut in a bunch of that skin, the skin, some blue highlights, muscle striations, things like that, to really get a feel for the orange. And we did cut in a little bit of pin washing up here just to kind of get a feel for this too. So we're in the subtraction phase. And we're discussing spike because I can't just let everything on top be orange. And so I was trying to get cute with spike color, but I realized that like these back spikes, black. See how nice that looks? Black against the orange. So we're gonna go in just tight with some coal black. And just kind of define edges. Some raw dog coal black. And then we're gonna put blue in too. But I don't wanna overcomplicate it while I'm laying it down right now. Because precision is crucial right now. Because not all of this has really defined borders. So I just need to focus on separation first, and then we'll put the blue highlights back in. Let's sneak in right here. DLB, I was catching up on the weekend with the other VODs. Yeah, bone. I realized that the face is going to have a lot of bone. So I think the spikes up front can be bone. These spikes, which are erupting from his orange carapace, I think it makes more sense to keep him black, not overcomplicate it, because the ball of energy sits right on his back. So if we put too much distraction up here with like new color choices, I feel like we won't be framing the energy ball well. We want that energy ball to be nice and framed up here. But like you see all these, I think we might get into the bones here. Because his face, he's got horns and shit, right? Exactly, Recoil. Yeah, the balls is what you're looking at in the back. So we don't need to pull any more focus. Black is perfect. So let's focus on just raw dogging in black right here. And focusing on the defined eruption point. See, like right here. There is a lip there, indicating that it is pushing through these plates. Brewbot over on YouTube. Thanks for the sub, brother. Right there. Let's invert. And you're looking at an angle that's almost impossible to see under normal circumstances right now. But still, we gotta paint what is visible on the bottom of these spikes. And these ones, I might do these ones right here, bone. As a matter of fact, let's do it right now. See how that looks, DLB. Grubot over on the tubes. What's up, homie? Most of the actions on Twitch, Grubot. Thank you for your support over there. Now, let's come up with a shelf-stable bone color. How about, but the issue with all this orange, right? We want to pull away from that. So maybe door dog in the house. Okay, I've got some light umber. Let's pull some light umber out. I don't think I've ever used that. I don't think it's even mixed well. There we go. Now, let's make sure it's extremely classic. Well, I like this beige gray. Use this brush. Okay, so let's take a look at this DLB. Let's take the light umber. Let's just raw dog that. Go back in right here. Let's go back over here. couple down here. So now let's grab the beige gray. Kind of mix it in a little bit. Let's just do one big heart pull down the center. Let's rinse it. Repray on the way home. Let's grab more beige gray. Can't forget about old Goat Boy. Right there. Okay, I like that. And we can use that for like the nails. Let's just see real quick what that looks like. DLB. Gotta slice that out so we can see it. It's nice. It's got a big hoof right here. Oh, my baby's home. Hold on a second, guys. Let me go greet my wife. I thought she was going to get her dachshund. Recoil, I got another layer for this. Check this out. BRB. All day, every day. We're back. Corvidai, my dude. Sorry I missed you. Sorry, my lady was downloading with me. A lot going on. She just got back from the Cairo. She didn't go out to dinner. She's got to work on her paper for her master's. So where were we, DBL? Oh yeah, we were working on these hoofs. Corvidai, miss you, man. Hope everything's okay. It gives me the Bezo bucks. Is Bezos even associated with Amazon anymore? Probably owns a lot of stock still, right? But he's not the CEO anymore, right? Just want to see what that coloring looks like, DBL. Life. The things that happen to plants. That's right, man. Now that we see these, though, DBL, let's highlight one of these. Bring some of that beige gray in. Let's just see what that feels like. So we like that. Just some heart pulls. Yeah, that's nice. So do we want do we want to take a second crack at these in that coloration? Is there room for a mix? DBL says, are you thinking maybe something bone like that looks like natural bone positions and the other are protrusions? Yeah, I feel like there is a difference between some of these, right? Right, like this one, like, you know, for example, like all this shit right here. Like, and look, check, even take some black. See, on these, go a step further. Let's grab some black, throw it in the mix. Right, some of that light umber and black. Right? These right here. There's something going on here. Like this is like a sideways hoof. Kind of bursting out of here. Some black in the mix again. Here. Move this out of the way. Let's switch brushes real quick. Oh, Road Dog in the chat. What's up, player? Okay, so you see that DBL. I don't know. I thought you must have took it. So let's take our brown again. And let's just work striations. With heart pulls. Right here. End of edition. Finishing up some projects. Currently banging out 2 AC/DC squads for my Iron Warriors, along with some tanks. Nice. Let's grab some of that beige DBL. Mix it in with the brown. Right there. Using some heart pull tech. So I think that looks really good in that framing right there. Sneak in right here. We'll grab a little noosh. I'm almost out. I've almost gone through an entire bottle. Right? There. Let's grab some mix. We're trying to get our heart pull set up. So I think that's nice. I think that rides perfectly well right there. So where the bones are jetting out of the black, that's beautiful. Now the real question is, I think we owe this experiment to ourselves. We just based those black. I don't know if JBL's still there, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the burnt umber, and I'm just gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna subtract from the black with some with the really dark variant where I added some black in. And I'm gonna leave a nice dark border intact. And I'm gonna try to get a feel to see if this is the route we should go up here. Okay, so that's the umber with just with a touch of black in it, over black. Let's rinse it down. So let's grab some of the light umber, just some noosh. Kind of a frayed number 2. And we're just doing some heart pull striations, but we're being pretty lazy about it because we built in that respect. I want to see what the total vibe is there. While that's drying, let me grab the little brush, some black and some blue. Because like I feel like to get a full test too, we should throw a couple striations right here. Similarly. Gonna get that feeling. Let's rinse that down. All right, here we go. A little bit of truth up here. Some noosh, some beige gray. A little bit of the umber. The respect. Some heart pulls right here. Always be rotating. Let's rinse it down. We're going to raw dog some beige gray now. Little noosh in the mix. Light brush pressure. Reload. Go. Get that classic GW style horn. What do you think about that? Is that the way to go on those eruptions? Like maybe blue, blue. What if like we move them? What if we just like start moving them up? Or maybe we jump around. So I do like that. Yeah, I kind of like it. So the trick is to keep it in this desaturated palette. So black and light umber. Let's remember that these horns right here have a reverse.
Running full system diagnostics. Machine status fully operational. System online. All stations are now enabled. Target dog the resistance. Operation overkill.
Okay. DBL. Jump around. Yeah, I think jumping around looks pretty good. I agree. So keep it sustainable. Light umber and that beige gray. And for these horns, I did, like I said, I put a touch of black in the light umber to desaturate it. So it's more like a gray brown. And like Recoil said, these big flat horns, we are sleeping on real estate by not doing something interesting on them. We could airbrush them. You could easily airbrush that once you put and do something fancy there. And I think in the past I would have done that. I just would have like hobo shielded those, painted them wild. And that would be probably a decent workflow strategy for like army painting. But I feel like the striations really look good. Okay, let's grab the light umber. So we're going to do the first round of lines, which will be pretty broad. Because we've got a good respect built in already. So the first lines are big on purpose. Press that down, JB, DBL. Let's add some of the beige gray to the mix. Some noosh. And now we're gonna go to a smaller brush size after this. That's it. Okay. Small brush. Let's lock in. It's the obesity cradle, that is.
Take this mild drug and you will have a nice sleep without any nightmares. You're among friends here. You must trust us. You will sleep now. A long sleep.
Yo, man. That's my guy right there. What's up, brother? That's right, man. Hit those heart pulls. Getting some inspiration for the color palette, DBL. Let me downgrade this a little bit. A little bit of the umber back in. Let me go back a step. I don't like that line. So I'm gonna get more umber. The cool thing is it's only really two things. So it's easy to fix a bad line. I'm going to go a step further. Monster Neil in the house. What up, homie? I want a gifted sub out there. You just got gifted that sub. Show you, man, some love. Wondering about the bighorn? I think the bighorn needs to stay orange. Okay, I got lots of noosh in this, a little water in this. So I think we need to get a little bit more beiged out here. Toward the tip. We got to make sure we have a nice line here. Sneaking right here. And this color combination could be what you use on your Thousand Suns DBL for any bone colors too. Skulls even. Okay, now the bottoms, you can still see it a little, but when you invert it, so I'm not going to go super hard on that. But I'm not going to leave it not painted at all, you know? Gonna kind of just brute force. A little bit of striation right there. A little water. Is that my man Monument Hobbies? Jason Craze? Mr. Jason the Hobbies? Jason and M Hobbies? We're just doing what we do, dog. Painting some nonsense. Welcome, Raiders. Are you guys excited for Adepticon and the Monument Hobbies paint booth? Has Jason been showing you guys previews? So, like, DBL, I think, like, for example, let's jump over here for a second. Let's grab some light umber. Touch of black. Sir Sheldon, what up, brother? And, like, you see these little joints right here? Let's run in here and just kind of stipple and heart pull these into compliance. Fucking cones. Oh no. Got it. See if we can sneak in here. And I want there to be a little bit more black in that DLB. I want to kind of artificially create a border. For those little horns. Kind of right at the skin line. Sir Sheldon, appreciate you coming over from Monument. Who just came over from Monument in here? Who's all going to Adepticon? Let's get a roll call. Double T. Sir Sheldon, you can't make it. I'm sorry. Have you been before? Said this year. Master Neil says maybe one day. Master Neil, you've never been? DLB, what do you think? This run of spikes, black or bone? Okay, I think it all starts the same way, DB. I think we set them black. I think that's the only truth. Actually, invert this way. Nurgle Matthew in the chat. Is he going to Adepticon? Never been, Monster Neil? For some reason, I thought you had. Nurgle says, can you imagine spending time and travel expenses on such an expensive... Yeah, probably. You gonna work there, or you gonna just attend? Seems like you always get roped into volunteering for everything. See, these ones right here, DBL, don't really have a border. That's why I like getting the black involved. To kind of establish that hard line. That artificial border. Like that undeniable, like it stops right there. And that's where the black comes in handy. Just getting back into the hobby, Neil. I remember you DM'd me recently. I remember this giant energy ball goes in that hole. Keeping my hands on the table and stable. And just running pure coal black. Raw dogging it. Laying it on and then heart pulling. Kind of just sweeping it around. Straight from the palette to the model. One and done coverage. Ain't no too thin coats here. What do you think, DBL? Do we take those to the blue spectrum or do we take them to the brown spectrum? I kind of feel like as we go up, it's getting browner, right? It's kind of like I feel like that's the vibe now. Black makes sense to you? All right, let's do it. Let's do a black workup. Let's see what it feels like. Let's get some blue. Let's get some black mixed together. Let's just get the feeling. Okay. It's just blue and black. Kind of just feel it out. Get that ghosting to occur. So we can appreciate the shit the shift toward the coolness there. So we're gonna see what it feels like. Because you might not be wrong here, DBL, because again the ball goes there. So having them in that spectrum running down the spine, I think looks sick. Right? Because all this would be the same, right? That's exactly right. Yeah, DBL, DLB. I'm feeling that same exact thing. Spine is black. Get it in there. Let it kind of dry and get a little ghostly. Or pigment. I said no overlay. I don't know what happened to it. Let's go a step further. DLB. Let's grab some of that white blue. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna noosh up this puddle right here. Put some of that in there. Some black back in. Let's get precise. Run some real ass heart pulls here. Lots of noosh in the pot. Those classic striations. Using heart pull technique. Up. Triguard, thank you for the sub. We're going to do one more pass, DLB. Pop it in. Let's get a little bit more of the blue, the white blue. Some more noosh. Get a touch of the real blue. And I'd like to get a little bit more toward the peak right here. Running that heart pull tight. I like that. So I'm trying to call attention to the spine. Agrippa with the resub. Oh God, so much glazing going on with Belial to get that armor right. I'm about to do a whip session, so I can't wait to see it, bro. Let's make sure that we have a nice line right here, DLB. Using the old tracer. A little bit more of the white blue. Feel like since I'm here, let me grab the beige gray again. Right there. Sir Sheldon, thank you for the follow, brother. Exclamation point whip, guys. We're about to whip it out. Exclamation point winter gear. If you're new here, every $100 donated, we give away exclusive t-shirt designs. Get a little bit more opacity in the mix. it back here. Let me run it back a little darker. A little blacker. I want to repair this pattern. Right there. Some moisture. Right there. Come with it, and then we're just going to kind of carry that through down on these ones. Right here. I think we did a good job with this alternate color too. We're just going to go back and forth, pulling the spikes out of the orange, because the workup, it's about having this orange, right? And we kind of inverted the theory, right? We're doing all this as the dark color, all the skin side, and then we're kind of taking artistic license with what we're counting as armor, and we've had to like separate things out that don't really have separation to keep that vibe alive. There's not really a line here. We kind of had to just draw that here too. So we want this vortex beast to be really unique and different, which also would be the color scheme for its accompanying Thousand Sun Army. Like, we're also workshopping the color palette for the alternative Thousand Suns, which is part of this sponsorship by DLB, because he wanted a shelf-stable design that he could apply to his army. So instead of blue, black blue. Instead of yellows, this orange. And we're not going to use any golds, nothing, right? Like, probably just paint them all black, blue, cut in all the trim with this workup. Now we know what our bone color is, and we're probably going to just hit this with some crazy ass greens. DJ Corn Sweet. It's Corn Sweat. Yeah, this is also a Sigmar model. This is also a fantasy model. It's for both systems. And this is the face we chose. He also has, from his like kind of nipple positions, those big holes, he's got these 4 spikes that erupt. So that maybe we'll probably do those in the bone color. And he's got this 3-piece tongue that lolls out of his mouth. So I feel like this is going to be black, like all the skin to blue black, and then we're going to get the bone colors here. And then probably the same green we use on the ball. Maybe purple, I don't know, for the tongue. So we sub-assembled the stuff that made sense for the piece. And I'm happy with the color palette and the challenge of the orange. Sir Sheldon, thanks for kicking it, brother. course, a lot of this is airbrush cheating. Exclamation point whip. Exclamation point winter gear. Got 6 new designs for March. A Rift Beast from Diablo. Reapray. Yeah. And also I've got LVO Long War dice. I've got 4 bricks. That's going to be the month ender Top D Grand Prix giveaway this month. So as many entries as you can get into the final 4, the better your chance. Kicking over to Discord. Right. Thank you, Agrippa. DJ Cornsweat, he says, golds ain't shelf stable. Production shifting too much. Oh, no, what I mean by shelf stable is like a repeatable design. An attainable, sustainable scheme that can be applied to an army. And so a lot of times banging out a bunch of gold trim, it kind of isn't, especially on like Thousand Submarines, is like pretty much in defiance of that statement. Jack Clubs, if you one-shot the dono bar, you get to just pick your shirt and unlock a giveaway for everyone. $100. Oh yeah, you fucking won a bunch of money at Vegas. Bro, I can't wait for you to talk about that on the podcast. You fucking savage. White Turk, Jack Close painting. Fucking absolute fucking legend. DJ Core Sweat. But yeah, a lot of times my focus is on attainable, sustainable workflow for painting armies at a high level. There's your boy. Is it Dix? Dix. Dix. A man of 3 words. Wyatt can pick his shirt. You want the Iron Warrior shirt? Wyatt is what you said? What's the size? Recoil will transcribe it to the Sacred Scroll. So Wyatt one-shot it, and our unspoken rule is if you one-shot the giveaway, you just get to pick one. but it still unlocks a giveaway for the channel. So everyone show some love for your boy Wyatt. Wyatt just opened up this giveaway we're about to do. I just started the giveaway. It's 5 minutes on the timer. Exclamation point raffle. Did I rename it? There we go. I have a deep bot layer still. That's what this is. Exclamation point raffle. Free chance at one of these designs from our... We have 9 total designs available. Exclamation point raffle. Show some love for your boy Wyatt. Wyatt's back on the air as well, so we're going to rate him again tonight. So he's back on his Tuesday, Friday joint. So, speaking of army painting, Corn Sweat, DJ Corn Sweat, I just added 3 new units to my army in preparation for Adepticon. I just finished up my Lord Discordant. It's all on Instagram as well. Finished up my Vasher for my Homebrew Chaos list, my Homebrew Chaos Legion, the Edgelords. It's my 2K list. And I did just... So Vasher slaps now. That's why I made it to my list. Also, I needed a new Demon Prince, because like the Demon Prince I had, I didn't actually paint it all. It's one of my Thomas Go Boy purchases and collections. So instead of another Demon Prince paint job, I own like 10. I Lord Discord, one of my favorite units of all times. And it's also really good. He's arguably better than Demon Prince. And OG 20-year-old Chaos Lord in Terminator armor. I fucking love this model. The only difference was I used a modern Terminator's Power Fist. Just because it's more airbrushed real estate. Because I like having a single Chaos Terminator Lord in my list with Intoxicating Elixir sometimes. Then I just deep strike in for behind enemy lines. And he halves all damage and he can do -1 CP strats. So like, he slaps. X 3 minutes, exclamation point raffle. Shout out to your boy Wyatt for popping this off. Unhappy Dan, you're in it. Unhappy Dan in the chat. What's up, brother? Thank you, DJ Corn Sweat. Dar Jameson says, I'll go to San Diego, and that Wyatt in person, I'll have to wait until July, though. You're going to San Diego? Dar Jameson? DJ Corn Sweat says, and you got these recipes repeatable, sustainable. What's the secret? According to the paint, revisiting the VODs. No, not really. My whole painting system is pretty simplistic when broken down. I do teach 5 days a week. DJ Corn Sweat. It's like my whole business model is teaching my course. I've been on Twitch for 10 years this year, but I've been professionally doing this since 2010. And so it's pretty easy. I use a combination of like visual learning aids, lecture, theory, our own private language. We cover airbrushing, edge highlighting, and washing. But it's a lot of times workshopping a color scheme is just, it's about how to be lazy, how to cut corners, but also make it look dope like you didn't cut corners. So that whole Edgelord color scheme has a lot of corner cutting, color theory. Going to Comic-Con, Jameson? That makes sense. You'll be right there. Got some good food in San Diego too, man. DJ Corn Sweat, you came over for a monument. James Swarm 360 says I just got my first 40K set. Super excited for it to arrive. Congratulations on that, brother. Okay. Let's pick a winner. Dr. D. QR Das Fizzler wins a shirt, brother. Congratulations to my boy. Shout out to Wyatt for triggering the giveaway. Every $100 donated. And if you one-shot it, you can just pick. Let's run back to Whip. War Pigment. Working on his Hero Escape. Is that what I'm looking at? Bro, I love these. I love these. You see, these are the models I like from the Hero Escape game. You got your shirt today? Caddick, let me get a whip, dog. DJ Corsway says, I was there for a bit. Been hopping around, working on my nids for Adepticon, and just need some parasocial hobby solidarity. Yes. Thank you, Caddick. Next time. It's like a T-Sun scheme, War Pigment. Good job, as always. Yeah, I see it here. The Heroescape collection continues to grow. Look at this base he's on. Like a peanut base. That's cool. Oh, it's a commission. So you're just commissioning these now too? Damn, dude. I remember that. Moe's Magic. Let's take a look. Bro, what the hell's going on here? Dr. D. You just added yourself on the back, please. Can't has my info Discord. I have your shipping info, yeah. I just need to know size, and you can pick the back if you want. So he'll put that in there. Mind works bust. This guy's terrifying. You to finish the king's head. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. Most magic. Great job. Great fucking job. Corvidai. Oh yeah, you and your fucking tank legion. Still painting in your truck? Slightly converted Lehman Rush Vanquisher. Good panel lining. Beautiful. Chappy in chat. What you painting, like knights in your truck and Imperial Guard in your truck? Then you got an airbrush. It's the whole thing, right? You're not sure about the plasma color? You just painted them white in your holding pattern? Don Jameson says, when's the spring gear going to drop? Will it be shorts? Just saying. April. We can do optional tanks. I mean, you can't go wrong with blue tones, Corvidai. Three airbrushes and all the tanks still to paint. You can't go wrong with blue. Blue always looks good. Tight. Glad to see a whip from Corvidai. Oh, yeah, Mo's Magic. Any other color but yellow. Yes. Pretty much anything works. Except yellow. Agrippa. Belial's current state. Back armor is done. Torso body is about halfway. Mostly focused on the legs. Head was completely finished while I was waiting on sepia washes and glazes to make the shadows and the bone color to dry. Tabard. Not started yet. 100% Pro Acryl, Airbrush Mahogany, Airbrush Khaki, Airbrush Bone, Wash, Sepia, thin way down, Glazed Bone Black, larger surfaces, clean up, coffee staining, chunky highlights of bone. Let's see. So many words. So many words to say, yo, I'll paint it up this bone. Let's see. I use khaki over brown. Leg looks great too. Beautiful. Look at his little face inside that hood. Well, like one of the things I always tell people, Agrippa, with Deathwing. So like value painting. It's right, Rico. I did bone. When you do a value workup, something that skews toward white or something that skews toward black, and Dark Angels are guilty of this like crazy because you've got the Ravenwing, the Deathwing, and the green guys. So if it skews toward black, it's just about painting it black and doing dope edge highlights. If it skews toward white, it's about kind of painting it white and just doing dope pin washes. So doing an all over wash on something that skews white means you're into it for a shitload of cleanup. Where if you just airbrush it to the position that was perfect, then you worked the panel line game, the pin wash game. Then you can perfectly preserve the dope airbrushing and then just drop in a couple of highlights. So that's typically what I suggest to people who do like Deathwing, Ravenwing, White Scars. Like it's just a game. So all that extra glazing you're doing is to clean up your wash mostly. So when I airbrush something and it's exactly right, I'm not going to wash it. Or embrace the wash look, as Rico said. So that could be oil. If, you know, an oil, so lets you subtract a lot. Yeah, the highlighting is easy. The reestablishment is what you're burning so much time on, Agrippa. That's kind of the GW way too. GW is all about that. You know, like completely like it's like why do you even wash it? But yeah, when you do something like it's bone white, it's perfect through the airbrush. That panel line, pan wash, beautiful though. Cuts a mean figure, brother. Looks gorgeous. He's just working for it. Jameson looks like hell at the moment, but I can see the end game. Redoing the basement. Oh, bro, I remember doing classes in your basement. Oh, look, he's got the sticker. I remember us in the beats, us down in this basement doing lessons. Yeah, Agrippa, too little, too late, right? It's like your last Deathwing model. It's awesome. Here's the current suite of this is March Designs. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mashup to off the piggyback of last month's. We got the 4 Turtles plus an album cover mashup, Iron Warrior, and a video game mashup, Oh Messiah. Exclamation point Winter Gear. You can see all 9 current designs, and next month will be wild. It'll be 12 by 24, Jameson. I'll go back and look. I see it. What's behind these walls? Is this just, are you just framing a section of the garage out? I mean, the basement out for your beats lab, and then there's something else on the other side? Q and R sick. Oh yeah. Chappie. Chaos Spawn, you doing some Gellerpox infected? I did the same thing once, Chappie. Oh no. It happened. Your water main and the electric panel. I love that, Chappie. Let me see if I can find. We worked on these once. A little bit here on the stream. So I got these from China, like resin cast, like during COVID, because I was like, you couldn't even buy them anymore. So I just bought them so I could run a 5-unit of Chaos Spawn back in the day. And we did a bunch of wet blending and glazing. And again, you can see this is like some of my CMYK palette. This guy's literally an edgelord before we made edgelords. And so they're all resin. So I was able to, because I'm on a 5, so I was able to take this guy, because I had an extra one. I actually bought 10, so cheap. But I was able to make these two guys different by kit bashing off of this extra guy I had. With some green stuff. This guy got a heavy jactification. So like airbrush, paint wash, edge highlight, the 3 fundamentals of my course. That's what you see here. And these are completely different than Chappie's style, because Chappie sits in the kind of like grim dark category, but he knows how to develop contrast. So like the good type of grim dark. Whereas I live in the comic book world. But yeah, like they're hard to get. So you know, I got mine bootleg. They're fucking fantastic models. And I like that you kit bashed yours too. I love that head. And now you can't even do like 5-man squads of spawn. Yeah, you only need 2, Chappie. If you're gonna use them to spawn. Think about getting some Eldar just to dare yourself to go full color. Painting with color is fun. Mateo, oh shit. My man did his homework. Good job. Very menacing. Beautiful. I don't know if DJ Corn Sweat is still there. He is. So, like, Mateo's one of my students, and what we've worked on is how to use the airbrush. Then he had to deploy 5, his homework, and then I taught him how to wash, so he had to wash 5. And now the next class is at chai lighting. So we're gonna go to that chai light. So I'm teaching him like my commission painting techniques. Good job, brother. Chappy, you got something from your basement from your earliest Warhammer days? Go boy, are you registering for my gorilla tournament at Adepticon? Oh yeah, DJ Corn Sweat. Someone blast the link. We've got a secret tournament at Adepticon on Saturday. Chappy. Oh my god, the original Chaos Spawn. Bro. This thing. This fucking thing. GW was not playing games back in the day. They were like, people are gonna buy this and they're gonna fucking love this. And I feel like they reused this head a lot in the old days. That skull face right there. I feel like that was like a asset that they put on a lot of things. Still thinking if there's a way to introduce them into your army. I mean, if you repaint them dope, it could be on your display board, I guess. Just put some Nurglings on it. Yep. Shout out to your boy Wyatt, Jack Close Painting, for one shot in our giveaway. There's still 3 openings left in the final 4. Remember, I'm giving away exclusive Long War dice from LVO. 4 bricks. Top D Grand Prix at the end of the month, so you got to get entries to win. Let's run it back to the Vortex Beast. Let's lock in. Oh. Bedtime for Chappie. 12-hour shift. All right, let's move to this side. Okay, so I see. So these are black. These ones are brown. Oh wait, we're not done with these. The spine. We didn't even do the backs. Let's get some of our mix. Run our heart pull. We got plenty of noosh. which is going to keep us safe from heavy-handed brushstrokes. Waldo's my guy. Bro. Waldo's, you actually won a shirt last month? In the month ender? If you don't mind hitting winter gear, exclamation point winter gear, and picking out a design and telling Recoil if you haven't already. You won in the you won one in the month ender. Oh, it's already up. The link is already up. Okay, so let's continue that design down here. Let's get a little black back in. See, we're going to run that spine down. Run it down the center. Invert. Got plenty of noosh in the workup. Here. Go. Just get a couple of those ghost lines in there. All right. Press that down. Waldo's, you can take any of the designs. Any of the 9 active designs. $89 months, brother. Thank you so much for your support. Let's grab some black and some umber. Heavy on the black.
Toss and turn
Running just careful heart pulls. Too much noosh. It's not going to get full coverage. I didn't raw dog this one. I have to do a second coat. Problem, Waldo's. Thank you for your support, man. And we're giving away Long War dice from LVO at the end of the month for the Top D Grand Prix. And we currently have 3 openings in our Final 4 today. Shout out to Wyatt for triggering our t-shirt giveaway. Technically not too late for another. Our 10th year on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. Seeing me through all the hard times. I'm having the best year of my life. Happiest I've ever been. Getting these spikes without getting any of the paint on the orange. Somewhat challenging. Oh, I'm getting a text. Who that? Is that recoil? 3. Right here as well. Yeah. Let's rinse it. Pure black. I got some black on the orange for the first time. Right here. see if we can use a little noosh to kind of scrub it off. So noosh, you can kind of almost use it like brush soap. Make sure to get some water involved. Waldo's my guy.
Hey, man. Thanks, dog.
Dice are my jam.
Waldo's throwing down. He's in the final four. He also pushed us almost halfway to another t-shirt giveaway. Give some love in chat, some pickles in chat for my man, Waldo's. We'll take a little blue. Just as a reminder, these ones are... Nope. All of it is black. These all go brown. To match the other side. These ones... No. Wait, I'm wrong. These are blue. Blue, black. Just throwing a little out there. So I don't forget. No, all these other ones go to the brown spectrum. All right, let's grab the light umber. Little noosh in the mix. I like the horn spike mix up. Tight. Oh, let's not forget this one right here. Convert it. And we're just using big broad brush strokes to layer in some of that umber. moisture.
Add to the bourbon budge to hold you over until Adepticon.
Anonymous. What? Who's anonymous? Add to the bourbon budget to hold you over till Adepticon? Hell yeah. I haven't seen it say anonymous in a long time. Matt Aarons. Was that fucking Matt Aarons? Is that why? Did he not like log into anything? Let me get some love for Matt Aarons. You about to win some painting awards at Adepticon, Matt Aarons? All right. We got another giveaway on deck. Exclamation point raffle. Buddy Funster's in. Matt Aaron says, I have to apologize in advance for playing wizard staff at the Longward doubles. Oh, okay. You fucking guy. Matt Aaron, are you the one that just donated anonymously for some insane reason? I knew it was you. How do you get your beers in the new venue, bro? There were beer Nazis last year. 5 minutes! Exclamation point raffle. Yeah, Matt Aaron's not logged in. No problem. We got you, dog. You see the new belts, Matt Aaron? Finally made of metal. We're bringing some of that light umber in. You have to build the beers into your display board. It's like the base of your display board a cooler. Chaotic, my guy.
Word.
Let me get some love and chat from my boy Chaotic. As a matter of fact, it might just be, bro. My fucking visionary. What are you playing this year? You gonna win those belts?
Running full system diagnostics. Machine status fully operational.
You gonna win those? You gonna win those new metal belts?
Online. All stations are now enabled. Target dog the resistance. Operation Overkill.
Exact same list as last year. Highlander Necrons. No Satan. Going for the new hardware? Hell yeah, dude. with our all-time high. Oh shit! I was supposed to do fucking. Bro, how did I fuck up? Is today already Tuesday? I was supposed to send out emails yesterday. I have anxiety. God damn it. Let's get it all locked in. A day and a half. It's chaotic. What's the raffle at? Bringing some of that beige gray in. Should I put that shit on my calendar? Player J upgraded models had a whole year to add details and highlights. Oh, he's talking to Player J. So you just kept adding to the paint job, like you did with your Death Guard that one couple of years. What'd you guys win? What did you win last year? Best General? Veterans? I've used the new pigment powder on some of the edgelords that I just recently painted. Caddick. Solid. Some more beige gray. Only a handful of points for best overall. That's right. You guys are really close to best overall last year. Yeah, what happens is that your games become like the tiebreaker, right? That's the way the long word doubles works. Is it's like you need to have perfect sportsman, gold on painting, and then games are tiebreakers. All right, t-shirt giveaway. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Mateo. Shout out to your boy, Matt Aaron's, Chaotic, Waldo's, Wyatt. Matt Aaron's. Oh, you won the 4-man event last year? How come I didn't know that? Wait, did I know that? Did you? Were you on my podcast? Did you talk about it on my podcast? Because I feel like we talked about it. Feel like we fucking talked about it. It was a whole year ago. Player J. Yes, alcohol may or may not have been involved. Matt Aaron's. Said finally on my level. My biggest achievement in 40K. Getting these big ass spikes. Using heart pulls. Matt, I'm also old. I feel you. Are you playing the 4-man team again? Defend your title? Looking pretty good on this Vortex beast. I may have to survive the Longward doubles first, which is a mass event. Yeah, right? I wonder if we're bigger than the singles. I gotta make a note right now. I was supposed to do they said the 13th, but I told Rob Monday I wanted the emails. And I told Arthur we were going to send the emails Monday. So while I'm thinking about it, going to DM Rob right now. Recoil. I have to do this now. Or I will fucking die from anxiety. Ah, email dispatched. 2 minutes. Format event has 100 teams. And Long War Doubles has 200 teams. So we're about the same size. Yeah, everyone start warming their liver up. Matt, I'm bringing my wife to Adepticon. She's extremely excited to go check it out. She had a lot of fun at LVO, even though LVO was trash comparatively, right? She helped with the Long War Doubles, 50 teams. She's like, this is a lot. It's like, you're going to say, anybody want to get into Final Four? You got like seconds. Yep, she's going to be hunting for dice the whole time. Pray. She's already told me her plan. Matt, oh yeah, you met her at LVO.
Calling all system blue teams. We're cranking up the temperature. Brace yourselves. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
All right, that's good. That's a good sesh. We figured out the route we're gonna take on all this nonsense.
Uh-oh, we gotta get swifty. Oh yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Does she throw them at me? Bro, I'm not even allowed to touch her. I'm not even allowed to look at her dice. She has them all prestigiously displayed in whatever in her cabinet over there. I'm not even allowed to look. Final Four in the books. We're giving away some of those dice at the end of the month. So only a top 3 tonight. There's 4 up there. It's Wyatt, Matt Aarons, Waldo's, and Caddick. Yeah, Wyatt goes in. He can win those dice. He doesn't have them. Gotta get him a shirt dispatched. Let me write that. Shirts tomorrow. Got some work tomorrow. Okay. Notes taken. All right, we did it. Thank you guys so much for your support. I feel really good about this Vortex Beast workup. Excited as shit for Adepticon. Thank you guys all for supporting and hanging out. Special thanks to Matt Aarons. Good to see you again, brother. I'm gonna go get some Auto Concordules. Let's set up our raid. We're gonna go take it over to Wyatt. Speaking of Wyatt, shout out to Coil Daddy. Nordog Friday, streaming Friday, and then I'll be off for the spring break. Gotta go hang out with my parents. Thank you, Recoil. Okay, we're queuing up a raid. He's gonna do some Gundam. We're starting the raid right now. Thank you, Rhea Prey. All right, guys. Until we meet again, as always, play on, players.
Yo, dog, it's the beat slap, pain on the brain. Flow the heat, but my chaos won't wane. Trace the lines fine and brushing my hand. Not a scientist, but I got the plan. Wash it down like a hobo's dream. Heart pull heavy, but the colors gleam. Twitch stream live, we chasing